Okay, I'm going to go through a little warm-up exercises here. I use a little lemon juice to get things going. Let's go with a little bit of the first thing I like to do is the scratch voice, and I just go up and down. And that seems to kind of like loosen up both the falsetto and the regular voice. And then I'll work on the lower voice. La 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 la, lay-o, la 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 la, hey-o, and support it from your below, which is kind of like the feeling when you take a wee or a dump. A poop. That feeling from down there. It's not your. It looks like your guts. Looks like your guts moving, but it's from below, the diaphragm from below, and that's so big breath, and then support from like you're having a baby. And that's the way to support. I don't always do it, and I get away with it sometimes, but for the high notes especially, I need to really support, so I use it for that especially. Low notes, my low notes don't record. Anyways, it's this amount of energy. The more energy you got to put into it, the more support and the more lift. So regular voice, A-O, and then I work up the scale, just go as high as I can. A-O, 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 A-O. I'm not quite warmed up right now. It feels like I'm not ready for my high notes. A little lemon juice, that seemed to help. In order to get the higher note, I'm feeling like I'm not supporting. So I want to go, ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. That's getting loose. This is all my head voice right now. This is not falsetto. This is falsetto. That's my falsetto. My scratch in my falsetto is this. See, that's that scratch voice that I warmed up with. That's actually my opera training actually teaches to use that scratch voice, but they don't teach to sing with it, just to warm up with it. It helps get everything loosened up. It's a good first thing I do. So a little bit of falsetto. When I put a lot of pressure into it, it goes to the head voice. So as I was doing falsetto, I put some pressure, some force into it, and it turned into the head voice. So they're very similar when they're up there in the high range, for me at least. My low notes, I don't put a whole lot of pressure in order to create the low notes. So that's really I'm trying to barely press. What else? That's head voice. That's falsetto. Scratch. It's almost scratch voice in the low bass, and I get down there, it's almost turns into scratch.